Let's start with step number 1. C, create your financial base. The way that you succeed here is by doing these 2 things in this order. Number 1, I want you to save $2,000 as fast as possible. And step number 2 is you're going to pay off all of your high interest debts like your credit card debts, and you're going to do this in this order. Starting with saving your first $2,000. The reason why you want to save $2,000 is because the problem most people make is you don't have any cash savings. And so now when you're trying to pay down your high interest debts like your credit card debts, you get hit with some sort of emergency. Your car breaks down, your window breaks, your AC stops working, your heat stops working, and now you have to go into credit card debt to fix this problem. So you thought you were taking action by paying down your credit card debt, but then you take 2 steps back because now you got to fix this problem with your Amex. That's why I want you to start with a little $2,000 savings account. That way you can just have a starter fund for your emergency savings to protect you against an emergency. This is not your emergency savings. This is just the starter fund. That way once you do this, now you can start attacking these credit card debts. Now notice, we're not talking about doing anything else here. We're not talking about investing your money. We're not talking about getting into wealth planning strategies. All you want to do is get out of the financial hole, because when you are in credit card debt, or if you don't have $2,000 saved up, you are in what I call the financial danger zone. You were in a place with your money where you are so vulnerable that you're going to be preyed on by a whole bunch of people, payday loans and all these credit card companies, because you are the prime customer, because you don't have money and you probably want nice things and you want a little bit of relief. So all these lenders are trying to give you free money. That way you can pay them insane interest rates and make them rich for the rest of their lives, and you stay stuck in debt for the rest of your life. I don't want that for you. But in order for you to get out of this financial danger zone, you're going to have to make some extreme sacrifices. So what I say is, when you are here, when you do not have your financial base created, you are going to make the most extreme sacrifices. This means right now, if you don't have this, no more vacations, no more eating at restaurants, no more buying nice things, and no more Netflix until you have achieved this. Now you might say, well, Jaspreet, what does Netflix have to do with my credit card debt? That might take a while. And it's not the $15 a month that you're paying for your Netflix. It's the 2 to 3 hours a day that you're spending watching Netflix. If you have credit card debt, you should not feel comfortable watching whatever's on Netflix. You should not feel comfortable sitting there on the sofa and just relaxing at the end of the day. Right now, you gotta have the fire on your butt because you got a problem. You were in the financial danger zone and you gotta get serious about it. You should not feel comfortable sitting there relaxing at the end of the day, because right now, you gotta figure out how to get out of this. And that means turn that Netflix time into learning time. Use the Netflix time to read books, watch YouTube videos, or listen to podcasts on how you can earn some more money, how you can save some more money, how you can invest your money, and how you can start a business. You've got to figure out how you can get this extra money, or use this time just to go out and work some more. Maybe you go drive an Uber. Maybe you go out and do some other side jobs that we can make some extra money, because right now you got to pay down this credit card debt and save this $2,000 as fast as possible. Once you get past this step, it's going to get a lot easier and it's going to be a lot more fun. But this is the step where you have to make the decision. Do you actually want to build wealth, or do you just say that you want to do it? Everybody says that they don't want to be in a bad financial situation. Everybody says that they want to be able to buy whatever they want without having to worry about the money, but you're going to have to be able to make the sacrifices that most people are not able to do. The reason why I call this channel the minority mindset is because it's the mindset of thinking differently than the majority of people. It has nothing to do with the way you look. It's all about the mindset. And most people don't have the minority mindset. It's easy to complain. It's easy to talk about how hard it is. It's easy to just wish things. It's a whole lot harder to do it. And on this channel, I don't make these videos to get you to like me. I get these videos to help you be better with money. And if you actually want to make the change, you got to be willing to make the sacrifice for a little bit. My goal is not for you to never live big. My goal is not for you to just make sacrifices for the rest of your life. My goal is for you to make those sacrifices for a period of your life so you can enjoy the rest of your life without ever having to worry about money again. But it starts with you changing where you are today, which is why you got to create your financial base to build the foundation and get out of the financial danger zone. We're moving one step higher in the wealth mountain. We covered the C. Now let's talk about the L. Lead your money. This step is all about creating a system for your money, because the majority of people make money, they pay taxes before they see their money, and then they spend their money, and then they wonder where all their money went. And if you have any money left over, this is where now people think about, how much money should I save? How much money should I invest? But this is the way that broke people think, and I want you to start understanding and thinking the way wealthy people think, because what every single wealthy person does is they know how much money they're going to invest. They know how much money they're going to save before they even generate that money. They have a plan for their money before they earn the money, because they always want to save and invest their money before they spend their money. Notice the difference. Broke people spend their money and then they save or invest if there's anything left. Wealthy people and people who become wealthy save and invest their money first, then you spend whatever's left. But this starts with you creating a system for your money, and a very simple way that you can start is something like my 75-15-10 plan, which says for every dollar that you earn from here on out, 75 cents is the maximum that you can spend. 15 cents is the minimum that you are investing, and 10 cents is the minimum that you are saving. Now what you're doing is a couple things. Number one, you're not spending all of your money because you're only living off of 75 cents of every dollar that you earn, but you know that you are investing money and saving money before you do anything else. And this is where you become wealthy. This 15 cents of every dollar that you earn, your investment money, this is where you build wealth. This is what's going to protect you against an emergency. But this is where you have to systemize this, because the first thing you might say is, well, Jaspreet, how in the world do you expect me to live off of 3/4 of every dollar that I earn when I can barely get by right now? Think about it like this. When you get paid, you pay the government taxes. You don't even see that. So you don't even realize how much money you're paying in taxes. Those taxes are making the government rich. I want you to tax yourself. But now this tax that you're putting on yourself is going to make yourself rich. If the government raised your taxes tomorrow, what are you going to do? You're going to complain and cry and scream, but then you're going to figure out how to pay it, because if you don't, you're going to go to jail. You're going to do the same thing for yourself. You're going to figure out how you can tax yourself. That way you always have money to save and invest. So what I'd like you to do is go out and create 3 different bank accounts. Your bank should allow you to do this for free. If they don't, get a new bank. Create 3 bank accounts. One to hold your spending money, one to hold your investment money, one to hold your savings money. Now, as soon as you get paid, have the money automatically pulled out of your checkings account and deposited into these different accounts automatically. That way you don't accidentally spend that money, and that way you don't see that money. Now when you don't see it, automatic, and you're not as tempted to spend it. Now you might have to downsize your lifestyle. Maybe you stop driving the Jaguar and the BMW and the Mercedes, and now you got to go to Toyota for a little bit. Maybe you got to live in a smaller apartment or a smaller house, and maybe you don't go on as many vacations for a little while. But the goal now is when you start investing your money, then now these investments start to make you more money, because your investments pay you even when you're not working. See, when you go to work, you got to go there and do something to get paid. If you don't work, you don't get paid. Maybe you can get by for a little while, but eventually your boss is going to find out and they're going to fire you. If you work, you get paid. If you don't work, you don't get paid. With your investments, if you don't work, you get paid. That's the goal with your investments, to keep investing your money. Now, this is where it does help to be a smarter investor, and that's why my team at Briefs Media publishes a free newsletter 6 times a week called Market Briefs, where we break down what's happening in things like the stock market and the housing market and the crypto market and our economy and the global economy into a fun and witty and easy to read newsletter. It's read by hundreds of thousands of investors every single morning, and it's completely free, and it's a super fun read. I mean, we have a lot of fun writing it, and I know you're going to have a lot of fun reading it as well, and you have nothing to lose because, well, you don't have to pay anything to join. So if you want to join Market Briefs for free, I got the link for you to join down in the description below. Now, this is where the question everybody asks is, Jaspreet, what should I invest my money in? Should I buy Tesla? Should I buy Amazon? Should I buy Apple? Should I buy Nvidia? But that's the wrong question. The first thing is, you got to understand, what is the game that you want to play? Do you want to be a passive investor? Do you want to be an active investor? I mean, do you want this money to be automatically invested? Or do you want it to sit into this account until you find a good opportunity? And then you have to understand, how involved do you want to be with your investments? Do you just want to invest your money into the total stock market or to the S&P 500? Or do you want to actually go out and find a stock? Or do you want to actually go out and find a real estate property to invest in? And then you got to know your goal. Do you want to invest for cash flow, or do you want to see price growth? Most of my investments are for cash flow. I like cash flow because, well, as I invest my money, that means I get more cash flow. Every 3 months, my stocks pay me a dividend. I get a dividend check every quarter because these investments are just sending me money. My rental properties pay me every single month. Now, this is income that I can use to pay for whatever I want. Right now, I'm taking that money, I'm just reinvesting it, but I could use that money to pay for my expenses. And you got to know the game that you want to play. Do you want cash flow? Do you want appreciation? Then you got to figure out which assets do you want to invest in. Do you want to invest in stocks? Do you want to invest in real estate? Do you want to invest in startups? Do you want to invest in cryptocurrency? What is it that you want to invest in? But it starts with understanding the questions to ask. And the mistake that so many people make is not investing in the right thing, is that they never get started, or they become a trader. They think that they're an investor, and then as soon as markets go down, they panic and then they sell. You buy high and they sell low. But this is where I just want you to get started. Start by systemizing your money and then learn how to invest. That goes way beyond the scope of this video, but I have a ton of resources. Start reading market briefs, and as you learn, you can start making more sophisticated and smarter investments as you start to invest in your investor education. If you enjoyed this clip and you want to continue your financial education journey, I have another video that I think you'll love. All you got to do is click that button right over there. And for those of you who want to stay up to date on the top finance and business news, you can join Market Briefs, my free financial newsletter, by clicking that button below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.